Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are supposed to start from lesson number 6, Ad-Darsus Sadisu, and the topic is Al-Kanisatu, the church. Before we go through the main lesson, I would like that we go through the rules first. What are the rules of this lesson? So let's go through the Qawaid. Al-Qawaidu At-Tartibu fi Jumlati. What is the tartib or the arrangement of a sentence? Like if it's a Jumla Ismiya, what should come first? Mubtada, Khabar, and if it's Jumla Failiya, Fail, Fa'il, Maf'ul. So this is about the rules of the tartib in a sentence. Mat tartibu, what is the tartib? What is the arrangement? Indama aqulu inna hazihil kalimati fi jumlati तकूनु कबला हाजिहिल कलमती और तकूनु बादा कलमतिन उखरा फ़हाज़ा हुआ तरतीबु. So when I say, so indama aqulu, when I say that this kalima, this word in the sentence fi jumlati तकूनु कबला हाजिहिल कलमती is before this word, or तकूनु बादा कलमतिन उखरा, or after this word. So this is called tartib. At-tartibu fi jumlatil ismiya, the tartib of Jumla Ismiya. So a couple of examples are given here. Al-ikonatu suratun muqaddasatun. The icon is the holy picture. So icon, I have something here. Icon is the painting of Jesus Christ or another holy figure, typically in a traditional style on wood, venerated and used as an aid to devotion in the Byzantine and other Eastern churches. So this is from Oxford Dictionary. That is kind of a painting. So here this is the Jumla Ismiya. So al-ikonatu is the mubtada and suratun is the khabar. So al-ikonatu is mubtada marfuun wa lamatur rafi damma. We see it has a dhamma, and the surat is the khabar, is the news about the icon. So suratun is khabarun marfuun wa lamatul rafi ad-dhamma, and muqaddasatun we have not studied yet, but this is the naat for suratun. The next sentence is Allahu mahabbatun, God is love, and we know Allah is here is mubtada and muhabbatun is khabar. So in these two examples we can see that mubtada is coming before and khabar is coming after. So ash-sharhu, the explanation, Allahu, so one of those two examples, so one of them is explained here. Allahu muhabbatun, Allah is, God is love. Hal hazihi jumlatun ismiyatun, is this jumla ismiya? Question, this is the question. Naam, yes. Ainal mubtada, where is the mubtada in this sentence? Allahu, Allahu is the mubtada, and ainal khabru, muhabbatun, muhabbatun is khabar. Mat tartibu fil hazihil jumlati, what is the tartib or the order of this in this sentence? Al mubtada ja qabla al khabri, mubtada has come before khabar. Wahaza huwa tartibul adi fi jumla ismiya, and this is the normal order in a jumla ismiya. So normally in a jumla ismiya, mubtada will come first and the khabar will come after, like in these two examples here. But this is just a normal routine, like is not must, and we can see how it changes in the some examples are coming here. So in this was the first case, number 1, where the mubtada has come before the khabar, which is the normal arrangement or normal order. Number 2, so there are some examples. Kasiratun al-kanaisu, the churches. So al-kanaisu is the plural for kanisatu. So churches are many. Minha al-Qadimu, Minha al-Jadidu. Among them are the old, some of them, or among them are new. Fawqa al-Burji as-Salibu. Above the Burj or the tower is the Salib, is the cross. Fi Sadril Kanisati Qudsul Aqdasi. In the main Fi Sadril Kanis, in the main area of the church there is a Qudsul Aqdas. Qudsul Aqdas is the Holy of Holies, symbolizes heaven, so is something in the church. Bidakhilihi al-Mazbahu, at the entrance is the altar, Mazbah. So an altar is a table or platform for the presentation of religious offerings, for sacrifices or for other rituals, ritualistic purposes. Altars are found at shrines, temples, churches and other places of worship. They are used particularly in Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism and modern paganism. Many historical medieval faiths also made use of them, including the Roman, Greek and Norse religion. So this is from Wikipedia, something about Mazbah. So in all these examples we can see that khabar is coming before the mubtada, like al-kanaisu is mubtada, and because this is the main item, and kasiratun is the khabar about the churches. Churches are many, so kasiratun is khabar. Similarly, minha al-kadimu, minha al-jadidu. Al-kadimu is mubtada and minha is jarun wa majrurun. This is shibu jumla khabar, same like this. Minha al-jadidu. Fawqa al-burji as-salibu. So fawqa al-burji is fawqa is zarf, al-burji is mudaf ilayhi. So zarf mudaf ilayhi and as-salibu is mubtada. So is zarf mudaf ilayhi is shibu jumla khabar. Shibu jumla means is not a sentence but is a less than a sentence but is more than a word, so which is like a fragment. Fi sadri al-kanisati qudsul aqdasi. In the fi sadri, so fi sadri is jarun wa majrurun, shibu jumla khabar here, and qudsu is the mubtada here. Fi sadri al-kanisati qudsul aqdasi. So qudsul aqdas, qudsu is mubtada and fi sadri is the khabar here. Bidakhili al-mazbah, so al-mazbah is mubtada, bidakhili is jarun majrurun, shibu jumla khabar. So we can see that in all these examples the mubtada is coming after and khabar is coming before. Asharhu, the explanation. So one of these examples is explained here. So first one, kasiratul kanaisu, the churches are many. Hal hazihi jumlatun ismiyatun, is that jumla ismiya? Naam, yes. Ainal mubtada al kanaisu ismun, wa ainal khabru kasiratun malumatun, which is the khabar about al kanais, malumatun, information about the churches. So mat tartibu fi hazihil jumlati, what is the order in this sentence? Al khabru jaa qabla al mubtada, khabar has come before mubtada. Wa naqulu, when we say al mubtada muakhar wal khabru muqaddam. So in this case we will say al mubtada is muakhar, is coming after, wal khabru muqaddam, khabar is coming before. Hal haza tartibu wajibun or jaizun, is this tartib wajib, like a must, or permissible? It jaizun, it is permissible, is not must, is permissible. So wamana haza anna, it means that both ways is it can work. Like you can write al kanaisu kasiratun, the churches are many, and kasiratul kanaisu, the churches are many. So both have the same meaning and is permissible to write both ways. Mubtada khabar and khabar muqaddam, mubtada muakhar. So in the second example, khabar is coming before and is called khabar muqaddam, and mubtada is coming after, so is mubtada muakhar. Both are permissible, but why we write like this way where the khabar is coming before. So wa anta harrun fi haza, and it is you are free to do both ways. Wa limaza taqaddama al khabaru fi hazihi al jumlati. So why in this sentence the khabar is coming before? Lianna al mutakallama yash'aru anna al khabara muhimman. So when the speaker thinks he feels that the khabar is important, he can bring it before. So in this case the churches are many, so maybe the focus is on the churches, but when the speaker he thinks that the many is more important, that in a country like Egypt there are many churches, so many is more important to mention, so that is why he can bring the khabar before mubtada, which we can see in this case kasiratul kanaisu. So maza nafamu min haza, what is the takeaway from this, what we understand from this? Indama yasharu al mutakallamu anna al khabara muhimmun yataqaddamu al khabaru wa yatakharu mubtada. When the speaker feels that the khabar is important, he can bring the khabar before wa yatakharu mubtada, and he can delay delay the mubtada, or he can bring the khabar before mubtada. So this is what we learned from this example. Okay, example number 3. Al masihatu al hubbu, the Christianity is love. Al hubbu al hayatu, the love is life. So in this case al masihiyatu is mubtada, al hubbu is love, and here al hubbu is the mubtada and al hayat is the khabar. Sorry, al masihiyatu is mubtada, al hubbu is khabar, and al hubbu is mubtada here in the next example, and al hayatu is khabar. So which is the normal order, mubtada khabar. But the important thing is normally mubtada is marifa and khabar is nakira, but in these two examples khabar is also marifa. So asharhu, the explanation. Al masihiyatu al hubbu al hazihi al jumlatun ismiyatun. Is this jumla ismiya? Naam, yes. If it's jumla ismiya, then where is the mubtada? Aina al mubtada? Al masihiyatu is mubtada. Aina al khabru? Al hubbu is the khabar. Wa mana hazihi al jumlatu al masihiyatu hubbun faqat. And in this sentence the meaning is that the Christianity is only love. Isn't in this case ma tartibu fi hazihi al jumlati, what is the order of this in this sentence? Al mubtada jaa qabla al khabri, mubtada has come before khabar. Wa hadha huwa tartibul adiyu fi jumlat al ismiyati, and this is the normal order in a jumla ismiya. Naam, yes. Lakinna tartibu huna wajiban, but here the order is a must. So if both mubtada and khabar are marifa, then this order is a must, you can't reverse it. Al masihiyatu al hubbu al mubtada khabar, so you can't say that al hubbu al masihiyatu, you can't reverse it, because when both are marifa, mubtada has to come first and khabar has to come after, and this is wajib, this is must. If you do this way, this would be wrong. So limaza, why? Lianna al mubtada marifatun wal khabara marifatun aidan, because mubtada is marifa, is proper noun, and khabar is also proper noun. So maza nafamu min haza, so what we understand from this? Indama yakunu al mubtada marifatan wal khabaru marifatun yataqaddamu al mubtada al khabri wa hadha wajiban. So when mubtada and simply when mubtada and khabar are marifa both, then mubtada has to come before khabar, and this is must. So this is what the rule is. that if both mubtada and khabar are marifa, then mubtada will always come before khabar. There is another example here. Al-kanisatu fawqaha kubbatun. The church, above it is the tomb, is the dome of the church. At the explanation, Al-kanisatu fawqaha kubbatun. Hal hazihi jumla ismiya? Is that jumla ismiya? Naam, yes. Aina al-mubtada? Where is mubtada? Al-kanisatu, this is mubtada. Aina al-khabar? So this whole sentence is actually the jumla ismiya within a jumla ismiya. So the whole, this is mubtada, and this fawqaha kubbatun is another jumla ismiya where the kubbatun is the mubtada and fawqaha is the khabar. So but for that whole jumla ismiya becomes khabar for al-kanisatu. So in this case, fawqaha kubbatun is jumla ismiya is because khabar can be jumla ismiya or jumla fe'liya, as we have studied already. So in this case, this is the whole khabar, is the whole jumla ismiya coming as a khabar for al-kanisatu. So ma tartibu fi hazihi jumlati? What is the order in this sentence? Al-mubtada jaa qabla al-khabari walakin hadha tartibu fi jumlati wajibun or jaizun. That we know that mubtada has come before khabar. But is this arrangement or order in this sentence is wajib, is permissible, or is a must? Is wajibun wa mana haza is must. So when khabar coming as a jumla, whether is jumla ismiya or jumla fe'liya, it will always come after khabar. So this is the rule here. Al-kanisatu fawqaha kubbatun, mubtada, and this is khabar. And this would be wrong to reverse it. You can't do khabar if it's a jumla ismiya or jumla fe'liya, you can't bring it before mubtada. So it is wrong to say fawqaha kubbatun al-kanisatu. So this would be wrong. Limaza lianna khabara jumla, because khabar is a jumla. So when khabar is a jumla, so maza nafhamu min haza, what we understand from this? Indama yakunu khabaru jumlatan ismiya or fe'liya. When the khabar is a jumla, is a sentence, whether is ismiya, whether is fe'liya, yatakaddamu al-mubtada wa yata'akhkhar. Mubtada comes before and khabar comes after. Wa hadha wajibun, and this is must. So this is the rule for in this case. Number 4, next rule. Lil masihiyati tarikhun. History is for Christianity. For Christianity, there is an history. Allah hawaitil kanisati iconatun. On the walls of the church are the icons. Icons are the, or you can say icons are on the wall of the church. So both are jumla ismiya. Tarikhun is mubtada. Lil masihiyati is jarun majrurun. Jarun ism majrur. Shibu jumla khabar. So this is khabar, this is mubtada. Similarly, alal hawaiti is the khabar, jarun wa majrurun, and iconatun is mubtada. So in both these cases, we can see that mubtada is coming after khabar. So why is that? Let's see the explanation. Ash-sharhu lil. So this is the first is taking the writer is explaining the first example here. Hal hazihi jumlatun ismiyatun? Is that jumla ismiya? Naam, yes. Aina al-mubtada? Tarikhun is mubtada. Aina al-khabru? Lil masihiyati is the khabar. Ma tartibu fi hazihi al-jumla? What is the order in this sentence? Al-mubtada muakharun wa khabru muqaddamun. Mubtada is muakhar, is coming after, and khabar is coming before. Hal tartibu fi hazihi jumla wajibun or jaizun? Is this order in this sentence, is the order in this sentence must or is permissible? Wajibun is must. So in other words, that you can't reverse this order. Bamana haza lil masihiyati tarikhun khabar, and khabar is coming before and mubtada is coming after. So why is that? Because normally mubtada is marifa, but here is mubtada. Here in these two examples, When I said mubtada and mubtada, they both are nakira, and the mubtada is nakira and the khabar is shibu jumla. So if that is the combination, then khabar is always come before, and this is the must. You can't switch it around. Limaza lianna al-khabra shibu jumla wal mubtada nakira. So this is another rule that when indama yakunul mubtada nakira, when mubtada is nakira, wal khabru shibu jumla, and the khabar is a shibu jumla. Yataqaddamul khabru wa yata'akhkharu mubtada. Then khabar comes before and mubtada comes after. Wa haza wajiban. This is the must. This is obligatory. Another example here, ma al-ikunatu. What is the icon? Asharhu, the explanation, ma al-ikunatu. Hal hazihi jumla ismiya? Yes, it's jumla ismiya. Aina al-mubtada. We know this is mubtada and this is khabar. The icon is mubtada. Aina al-khabru. Ma is khabar. Ma tartibu fi hazihi jumla. What is the order in this sentence? So ma is the khabar is coming before. Khabru muqaddamun. Wal mubtada muakharun, and khabar is coming before and mubtada is coming after. Hal tartibu fi hazihi jumlati wajibun or jaizun? Is this the order in this sentence is wajib or jaiz? Is it compulsory, obligatory, or is just permissible? Wajibun is compulsory, is obligatory. Wa mana haza, that you can't switch it around. So ma is khabar muqaddam, al-ikunatu is mubtada muakhar. So this is wrong to write it the other way. Why? Limaza, why? Lianna khabra ismu istifham, because khabar is ismu istifham, is the particle for questioning. So when you have khabar coming as a particle for questioning, then it has to come before, like in this case. So that is the rule. That is another rule. Maza nafam min haza. What we understand from this, indama yakunul khabaru ismu istifham. When the khabar is ismu istifham, is not particle, is noun for questioning, is the ismu istifham ma. Yataqaddamul khabru wa yata'akhkharul mubtada. Khabar comes before and mubtada comes after. Haza wajibun, and this is must. Okay, so all the rules are now summarized in this box. At-tartibu fi jumlatil ismiya, the order in the jumla ismiya. So al-mubtada qabl al-khabari wa haza jaizun wa haza huwa tartibul adiyu lil jumla ismiya. Normally the order of a jumla ismiya is that mubtada comes before, khabar comes after, and this is not a must thing. This is permissible, and this is the normal order. And khabar can come before or mubtada has to come before. There are the rules for this. So this is the number one is the normal order for mubtada and khabar. Number two, al-khabaru muhimmun yataqaddamu khabra wa haza jaizun. And if the khabar is important, then you can bring the khabar before and haza jaizun, or you can bring also khabar after. I mean, you can write both ways. Number three, al-mubtada wal khabru marifatani. If mubtada and khabar are both marifa, both are proper noun, they are with starting with alif lam, then yataqaddamul mubtada wa haza wajib. Then mubtada has to come before, and this is wajib. This is compulsory. This is the compulsory. This order then has to be like this. Mubtada comes first, khabar comes after. If khabaru al-jumla, if the khabar is a jumla, I mean, if the khabar is coming as a jumla ismiya or jumla failiya, then also mubtada will come first, and this is also wajib. This is also a must thing. So when, in other words, when both mubtada and khabar are marifa, ism marifa, like proper nouns, then mubtada should always come first, and if the khabar is the jumla ismiya or jumla fi'liya, then mubtada will always come first. Al-khabaru shibu jumla wal mubtada nakira. If mubtada is, normally mubtada is a proper noun, but if mubtada is a common noun, is nakira, and the khabar is a shibu jumla, then khabar will come before. Yatakaddamu khabru wa hadha wajibun, and this is permissible. Al khabru istisfam yatakaddamu khabru wa hadha wajibun. If the khabar is ismu istifham, like a noun for questioning, like the example for ma, then khabar will come before and it is permissible. So basically this is the normal order, and if the khabar is important, so basically there are 4 rules. Normally mubtada and khabar, mubtada comes first, khabar comes after, and if the khabar is important, then you can bring the khabar before mubtada, or you can do both ways. If the mubtada and khabar are both marifa, then mubtada will always come before, and if his khabar is a jumla, then mubtada will always come before. And the 4th rule is that khabar, if mubtada is nakra and khabar is shibu jumla, then mubtada will come after, khabar will come before, and if khabar is ismu istifham, then again khabar will come before and mubtada will come after. So this is the summary. What about at-tartibu fi jumlatil fi'liya? What is the order in jumla fi'liya? So 3 sentences are given here. Yuradduna salata, they, so this is the verb, radda yaruddu, they perform the prayers. Yarudduna is failun mudariun marfoon walamatul rafi sabuti noon. So noon is the sign for noon, noon is the sign for that is the rafa form, because nasab and mansub and majzoom form, they don't have noon. So wawul jamati, and the waw is the file here. They perform the prayer. So as-salawati is maful bihi, and is maful bihi is not, is mansub by kasra here because it's jama muannas salim. So maful bihi mansubun wa alamatun nasbi al kasra liannahu jama muannas salim. So they perform the prayers. Yasma'un al qira'ata, they listen the recitations. So yasma'unas, the verb is samiya yasma'u, to listen. So yasma'una failun mudariun marfoon walamatul rafi sabuti noon, same thing. Wawul jamati file. So wawul jamat, waw is the file, is the plural, they. Al qira'atu, so same, al qira'ati, so same thing like as-salawati. So maful bihi mansubun walamatul nasbi al kasra liannahu jama muannas salim, same thing. Yatanawaluna al qurban al muqaddasa, and they eat the holy qurban. So holy communion, al qurban al muqaddasa is actually, holy communion is the ceremony in Christianity where the participants receive small piece of bread and a sip of wine. So this is the thing, the tabarrak, I would say that they eat. So yatanawaluna is the verb here, tanawala yatanawalu, to eat. So yatanawaluna is failun mudariun marfoon walamatul rafi sabuti noon wa wawul jamati file. Same thing for in all these 3 cases. Al qurbana is maful bihi, and it is with the fatah sign. Maful bihi mansubun walamatul nasbi al fatah. Al muqaddasa is the, we have not studied yet. Al naat for qurban is the is naat manut combination. So now we can see that yarudduna in all these 3 sentences, this is fail file, fail file, fail file, and then maful is coming after. So first fail, file, and then maful. This is the order we see in these 3 sentences. Asharhu, the explanation. Yatanabaluna al qurban al muqaddasa. Hal hazihi jumla failiya, is this jumla failiya? No, yes. Ainal fail, where is the fail? Yatanawalu, this is the fail. Ainal failu, where is the file? Ad-damir waw, the waw in this waw is the file, and noon is the Sabuti noon is the sign that this is the alamatul rafi, this is the rafa form of the present tense. Ayn al maful bihi, al qurbana is maful bihi. Ma tartibu fi hazihil jumla, what is the order in this sentence? Al fail, so which is yatanawal, then is the file wow, and then al qurbana is maful bihi. So this is the order. Wahaza huwa tartibul adiyu lil jumlatil fi'l. This is the normal, this would be a normal order in a jumla fi'liya. I mean, this is a normal way of writing a jumla fi'liya, but the other arrangements are also possible. Hal yakuna at tartibu daiman hakaza, is this order always like this? La, no. Sanadrusu haza, we will study it now. Okay, in what cases the order changes? So let's see. La yataqaddamul failu ala faili abadan. So the rule is that the file will never come before a fail. So that is a must. La yataqaddamu failu ala fail abada. So the file will never come before a fail, which means if we can say yakulu al injilu. Yakulu means kala yakulu, it says fail, this is the fail. Al injilu is file, mubtada is filun marfoon, walamatu rafi ad-damma. So Anjil says, so Anjil is the file here, fail is coming before and file is coming after, and you can't switch it around, because if you do it, then al injilu is a noun, it will become jumla ismiya, then al injilu will become mubtada and yakulu will become jumla fi'liya as a khabar. So the file cannot come before a fail. So this is wrong. This is correct, but this is not a jumla fi'liya then. Lianna al injilu yakulu jumla ismiya, because this way al injilu will become al injilu yakulu will become jumla ismiya, where al injilu is mubtada la file and is not file. So no way file can come before a fail. Okay, take another example. Ashukra yarfa'una ilallah. The thanks goes to they send the thank to Allah. So ashukra and yarfa'una, so is rafa yarfa'u, to raise. Failul mudariun marfoon wa alamatul rafis sabuti noon, presence of noon, wa wow is the file here. They raise the thanks to Allah. So and I have here yarfa'una, rafa yarfa'u, to raise. Yarfa'una is failul mudariun marfoon wa alamatul rafi sabuti noon wa wawul jamati file, and ashukra is maful bihi. So maful bihi is coming before the fail file. Maful bihi mansubun walamatun nasbi al fatah. Hal hazihi jumla ismiya, is that jumla ismiya because it's starting from a noun. La hiya jumla failiya, this is jumla failiya. Ain al fail yarfa'u, so this is the fail. Rafa yarfa'u is the fail. Ain al file, wow is the file here. The mir wow is the file, and presence of noon is that this is the lamatul rafi, this is the rafa form. Ain al maful bihi, ashukra is maful bihi. Ma tartibu fi hazihi jumlati, what is the order in this sentence? So order of this sentence is maful bihi first, then fail, and then file. So maful bihi first, then fail, and then wow, then file. Wahaza jaizun indama yashru al mutakallamu an maful bihi muhammad, and this is permissible. This is permissible when the speaker, he feels that the maful bihi is important. So when maful bihi is important, it can come before fail file. So this is the rule here. Take another example. Dakhalat Misra al Masihiyatu, the Christianity entered Egypt. So dakhalat, so is the fail madi. Dakhala yadkhulu, dakhalat fail madin mabni al fataha wa ta'u tanis, and tau is the for feminine. Hiya dakhalat, because masihiyatu is the feminine word because of this ta marbuta, so that is why we can't say dakhala. So is dakhalat, and misra is the maful bihi, because Christianity entered where? Enter in Misr. So maful bihi mansubun walamatun nasbi al fatah, and it has a fatah here. So hal hazihi jumla felia? Yes, of course. Naam. Ain al felu, dakhala is the fail, ta is the sign of feminine, alamatul tanis. Ain al failu, this is file, because file has to be marfu, so we see al masihiyatu. Ain al maful bihi has to be mansub, so this is maful bihi. Misra is maful bihi. So mat tartibu fi hazi jumla, so what is the order in this sentence? So we see that fail has come before, and then maful bihi, and then file is coming at the end. So file, we learned that file cannot come before the fail. Maful bihi can come before the fail, and maful bihi can also come before the file. So this we see it here. So in this combination, fail is first, and then maful bihi, and then file. Wa haza jaizun indama yashuru al mutakallamu annam al maful bihi muhimman aksara min al file. So when the speaker thinks that the maful bihi is more important than the file, then he can bring the maful before the file. So in this case, the Christianity entered Egypt. So Christianity is not important here. Is the Egypt that is important, that the Christianity is in Egypt. So the speaker is making this more important to show. So that is why he is bringing maful bihi before the file. So maza nafa min kulli haza. So what this is the summary of the rules, that al failu at-tartibu fi jumlat al-failiyati, the order in a jumla failiya is what? The fail, file, and maful bihi. Wa haza huwa at-tartibu adiyu lil jumlat al-failiya, and this is the normal order in a jumla failiya. La yataqaddamu al-failu ala al-faili abadan, and the file can never come before the fail. So this is the rule. Maful bihi can come before the fail, and maful bihi can also come before the file. Nimaziju lil i'rab, some examples of the i'rab. Kasiratun al kanaisu fil kahirati, the churches are many in Cairo. So al jumla, so this is jumla ismiya, and al kanaisu is mubtada, kasiratun is khabar, fil kahirati is shibu jumla, jarun wa majrurun. So how we can put i'rab here? So kasiratun is khabrun muqaddamun marfuun wa lamatur rafi ad-damma. al kanaisu mubtada muakhirun marfuun wa lamatur rafi ad-damma fi harfu jarrin mabni ala sukun. Ala sukun is not mentioned, but this has a sukun at the end. al kahirati ismun majrurun ba'da fi wa lamatul jarri al kasra. So in this example, the khabar is coming before mubtada, because the focus, because khabar is important than mubtada, that is why khabar has been brought before the mubtada here. Lil masihiyati tarikhun, there is a history for Christianity. So what is this? This is jumla ismiya. Al mubtada is tarikhun, al khabru is lil masihiyati jarun wa majrurun shibu jumla. So how we can put i'rab here? Lil masihiyati, so lam is harfu jarrin mabni al mabni al kasri. So is the harfu jarrin mabniyun. Al masihiyati ismun majrurun ba'da al lam wa lamatul jarri al kasra. So this is jar wa majrur, and jar majrur shibu jumla lil masihiyati fi mahalli rafin khabar muqaddam. So this is jarun wa majrurun shibu jumla khabar muqaddam, and tarikhun is mubtada muakhar marfoon wa lamatul rafi ad damma. So here mubtada is coming after because is nakira, and khabar is jarun wa, this is khabar is shibu jumla, which we have learnt above, that in this case the khabar can come before. Okay, so this is the i'rab of this sentence. And then ma al ikunatu, what is icon? So this is jumla ismiya. Al mubtada is al ikuna, ma is khabar, so is ismu istifham. What i'rab is, ma is ismu istifhamin mabni ala sukun fi mahalli rafin khabar muqaddam, and al ikunatu mubtada muakharun marfoon wa lamatul rafi damma, and this is khabar and this is mubtada. So khabar is coming before because is coming as a ismu istifham. Okay, so now just some i'rab on jumla fi'liya. Dakhalat Misra al misihiyatu, the Christianity entered Egypt. So al jumla fi'liya, al fi'lu dakhala, and ta is ta'u tanis, feminine is for hiya, huwa dakhala, hiya dakhalat. Al fa'il masihiyatu is the fa'il, and Misra is maf'ul bihi. So how we can put i'rab here? Dakhalat fi'lu madin mabni ala al fathi, so dakhala fathi, ta'u is ta'u tanis, and Misra is maf'ul bihi mansubun wa lamatul nasbi al fatha. Al misihiyatu is fa'ilun marfuun wa lamatul rafi ad damma. Okay, so next one, ashukru yarfauna ilallah, they send forth the thanks to Allah. So this is jumla fi'liya with maf'ul bihi coming before. So what is fail is yarfa'u, and fa'il is this yarfa'u is fail, this is waw is the fa'il, and noon is alamatul rafi. So noon is the sign, sabuti noon, the presence of noon is the sign that this is the rafa form of fail mudare, and shukra is maf'ul bihi, ilallah is jarun wa majrurun shibu jumla. So how we can put i'rab here? Ashukra maf'ul bihi mansubun wa lamatul nasbi al fatha, yarfauna fi'lun mudari'un marfuun wa lamatul rafi an nunu li'annahu min al af'al khamsa. So we know that for huma and hum, antuma, antum, and anti, these five nouns, the verbs for these five nouns, like they call af'al khamsa. And the presence of noon, when you see those noon there with those pronouns, then those are the rafa form, because for the nasab form and the for mansoob and majzoom, the noon is omitted. So those are called af'al khamsa. Huma, hum, anti, antuma, antum. Like in this case, yarfa'una, so yarfa'ani, yarfa'una, tarfa'ani, tarfa'una, tarfa'ina. So all those five verbs, they are called af'alul khamsa. And waw is the medium mabni ala sukun fi mahalli rafa fa'il, and waw is the fa'il here. Ilallahi jarun wa majrur. So ila is harfu jarrin mabni ala sukun, it has a sukun at the end. Allahi ism majrur ba'da ila wa lamatul jarri al kasra. So this is harfu jar, and Allahi ism majrur alamatul jarri al kasra. So this is the kasra here. Okay, so that completes. So we will do the main lesson and the exercises. So we'll start from here the main lesson and then complete the exercises in the next session, inshallah.